Hey everyone, it's Rob and welcome back. Amazon just released notes for an update that they're going to have to the PTR tomorrow, and with it, obviously, they're going to have giant changes. The one I'm looking forward to the most is they are introducing time limited events, aka like holiday seasonal events, and they are bringing with it the Yeti. So let's go ahead and dive into it. New limited time content, the Winter Convergence Festival. The holiday of the Winter Convergence has arrived in Aeternum, marked by the appearance of increased snowfall and the northern lights in the sky, aka the Aurora Borealis. This is going to deal with the dichotomy of the Yeti and how he has some good stuff going on with him related to winter, and how he has some bad stuff, like negative decay, going on with him as well. Icy winds and the Winter Wanderer bring with them new armors, weapons, furnishings, skins, consumables, and a delightful present gifting emote, all themed off the wonderful Aeternum holiday of Winter Convergence. Winter Villages. The Winter Wanderer has set up 4 villages to facilitate joy and cheer of winter. Visit these villages in Everfall, Monarch's Bluff, Weaver's Fen, and Brightwood to meet the Winter Wanderer and carry out these holiday quests. Winter Convergence Activities. The Convergence Spirit. Celebrate the spirit of the season by giving a helping hand in decorating your favorite settlement. The Convergence Spirit is a special town project that allows players to complete special town project quests to upgrade each settlement tree of light for improved daily rewards. Lost Present Recovery. These dastardly frigid folk are spreading their mischief and stealing presents across Aeternum. Located throughout the world are the lost presents to be recovered and turned in for winter tokens at the winter village huts. Gleamite Collecting. Bright, glittering, gleaming gleamite meteors of a multitude of color fall from the night sky during this time of the year, as destructive as they are beautiful. Gleamite showers are a new, random, dynamic event that occurs at night throughout Aeternum. Keep your eyes and ears open as you search for locations where the showers are most prevalent. Exchange the harvested crystal for winter tokens at the winter village holiday huts. Happy hunting! Ice Caves. Ice caves are appearing all over Aeternum due to the Winter Warrior's desire for a forever winter. They are snowy and icy caves where the Yeti uses their powers to freeze up and make snow fall. The rest of Aeternum will look like these ice caves if the onslaught of the warrior is not stopped. These caves will remain behind after the event as scars on the land, sources of wintry magic that refuse to melt even if the warrior is defeated. That's pretty cool to have time-limited events that have repercussions that last on the world throughout the games, however long it lasts. New content, new quests. In addition to the new quest series offered by the Winter Wanderer for the Convergence Festival, there are also several new side story territory quests offered in Restless Shore and Morningdale. This update also introduces a new quest series associated with housing. After you've completed the main story quest, Encroaching Corruption, seek out architect Giacomo Altoviti near your starting settlement to begin the quest series. Further quests with Giacomo Altoviti will be unlocked as you level up and progress your territory standing. New journal categories. New quest categories have been added to the journal for epic weapons and armor quests and for skill progression quests. These update is accompanied by new map pins for all quest types. New features. Expertise in the gypsum system. This is the second biggest update that I'm looking forward to in here. I prefer the time-limited events and the impact that can have on bringing lapsed or keeping current players engaged. But this is definitely this has the longest lasting impact, I think, on us, but it's not as exciting. Based on feedback, the high watermark system, and our desire to have a compelling and diverse endgame, we've made some major updates to the endgame. We've added a new resource called Gypsum that can be acquired each day by doing a variety of activities. Open world name bosses, expedition bosses, outpost rush, arenas, corrupted breaches, etc. Each activity rewards a different type of gypsum that can be crafted into a gypsum orb. These orbs can then be crafted into gypsum casts of any weapon, armor, or trinket type. Opening a gypsum cast will guarantee an expertise bump and gear of that type. We've also renamed high watermark to expertise and now display the current expertise level of each slot on your avatar in the inventory, so players can easily track their progress. We also show a level up banner anytime your expertise level increases. That's cool. People like those little dopamine hits. Lastly, we've added 2 new in-game points of interest where players can challenge themselves with difficult content and try to progress their expertise with level 66 enemies in elite chests. Both Malevolence and Eden Grove and the Imperial Palace North Dynasty Shrine have been upgraded to level 66. Trade skill Aptitude. We want to continue rewarding the efforts you make to craft items for yourself, your friends, or to make a buck on the trading post, so we have introduced trade skill Aptitude. Upon reaching level 200 in a trade skill, the leveling circle will update to show 3 markers equidistant from each other on the circle. Earning trade skill experience will begin progressing you again, and when you reach one of these markers, you will be awarded with a container of useful items that are mostly trade skill relevant, such as craft mods, special ingredients, and even schematics and recipes. Each subsequent marker awards a more spectacular container with more rewards than the one before. Gaining enough experience to go all the way around the circle will increment the aptitude counter by 1. This counter will keep counting so you can keep track of how many times you've wrapped your progression around the top level. We've also introduced a new type of reward with this system, equipment patterns. Equipment patterns are crafting artifacts that enable you to craft a guaranteed gear score 600 item that has a specific appearance. Patterns require a significant amount of powerful crafting resources to create, but guarantee a gear score 600 item. Patterns still roll perks, and players have the normal amount of control over their outcome with crafting mods and Azoth. Equipment patterns have a small chance to drop from Arcana, weaponsmithing, armoring, and engineering aptitude reward caches. PvP balance changes. These I'm not so much looking forward to because they always tend to have inadvertent impacts on the player. PvP balance changes. Due to an issue in our initial PvP damage formula that caused lower gear to be more beneficial in damage mitigation, we have updated our formula. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. We look forward to hearing your feedback on this update. PvP damage formula update. We adjusted the way armor mitigation is calculated to use enemies' gear score value instead of your average gear score. To adjust for the difference in armor mitigation, we increased the damage low-level players do to high-level players and reduced the damage the higher-level players do to lower-level players. Let's read that again. To adjust for the difference in armor mitigation, we increased the damage low-level players do to high-level players and reduced the damage that higher-level players do to lower-level players. Crit damage application. Critical damage bonuses from masteries or perks are now applied additively instead of multiplicatively. On average, this will reduce the extra damage they provide by a small percentage. Buffer windows. A general consistency pass has been done across all weapons to adjust the buffering windows for dodges, abilities, and basic attacks. The updated buffer windows starts when the first frame of the attack that would deal damage or on the first casting frame and the cast of abilities that don't do damage. PTR fact. How do I access a new PTR? PTR. It's automatically put into your Steam profile. So just look down there and it should be in your library. Can I provide design feedback regarding what's included on the PTR? They would like all the feedback you have to share. Just leave it on the forums. I have a problem. How can I contact customer support? They don't really have it for the PTR. All of the rules for the code of conduct apply though, so don't go in there and start being a DB. You'll get in trouble. But there's not really CS like my item. That's not going to help. I don't want to participate in the PTR. Can I remove that from my library? Yes, you can. But let me know in the comments below what you're most looking forward to. Again, for me, it's a seasonal event. Can't wait to see the Yeti. Can't wait to see these ice caves. See how it makes the Aeternum look. I'm Rob. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Aeternum.